Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropole won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
That's a pretty good way to tell you've lost.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it canceled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged. I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out. I met Primer.
You still crazy?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Okay, so he is 187th. Primer is just Primer. And then there's 113th. So I'm going to try 187 and 113. And if neither one of those works, I'm going to go try talking to Primer again. Because I remember that being part of the password for it was... Primer went a little bit... Sorry about that. Come on, click to the exit. I clicked out of the game for a second there. But part of the problem with the password was Primer set it up so that it was one of their three numbers. I've got no idea which one. Actually, it would probably be the one that was also... That's not what I want. That is also a prime number. That would make sense. Okay, 113 is a prime number. So let's try that one. It would make sense.
Here we go again.
Go mash your face on that keyboard. Keypad. Thing. No? Okay. No. Okay. Do we get any more data on Primer himself? Nope, no number for Primer.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the two soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the tour soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no fun for being a brother of mine.
Goodbye.
50 behind me.
Farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
So his number is 127. No, 37. The other one was 187. So 137. And I'm just gonna bet that's what we're gonna have to use on the keypad, and then we can find out what that thing up there is. I don't actually remember what that thing is. I don't remember if it's friendly or mean or... I don't know. Yes! Finally! We can move on from this boring place.
Let's go.
Exit. Those are heads.
Are these heads?
I just said that.
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
What? Okay. Huh. Oh, hi.
I am Clarity Arbiter Built, version 2, Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Huh.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nobuild, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
Ah. Machina ex Machina. In case you're wondering, I beat the game once, but I beat it on offline mode. So I didn't actually get any of the achievements. And this is as far as I've really gotten in my most recent playthrough when I played it online. When I was trying to test to see, how well it recorded. I kind of got ahead of myself and just kept playing. But I do still remember everything beyond this for the most part. I'm going to be going for a better ending than I got before, if there is a better ending. We'll see what happens.
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
Okay.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropol's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Okay, so you're Judge Judy.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
I like her.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
Huh.
Did you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.